And now, City Manager David Brandt.
Good evening. Welcome to the 2016 annual CREST Awards. Actually, I wanted to give you guys a little background. Cupertino has been giving this award for more than 30 years. And the process is quite interesting and elaborate. The way we do it is we actually accept nominations for CREST Award winners from the community. Any group or person can nominate somebody. The nominating packet's relatively extensive. It has to really describe why the person deserves to win the award in this particular year. The applications are then packaged and sent to each one of our commissions. We have 9 commissions. They review each of the applicants and rank them from 1 to 5 in terms of their deservability to win this award for this year. And then we get those rankings back, and staff tabulates them, averages them, and we award up to 10 people each year for their outstanding achievements for that particular year. And then we prepare this lovely packet and award, and we describe in detail through a video the achievements that each winner gets that makes them deserving of getting the award for this particular year. So this year we actually have 11, but one of them is for 2 people for a single award. Without much further ado, we will begin to describe the achievements of these people, and hopefully you will appreciate why they have won this year. So we start with the mayor always does the first 3, I guess, awardees. So without ado, Mayor Barry Chang.
My instruction here say, Mayor, extra common for Mayor, Barry Chen. So generally, if you ask politician for extra common, that's a mistake, right? Well, I'll try to keep it short. This is one of many, many happy moments for Cupertino. We're very glad to see so many volunteers in this community, and you are the one make this community great. This is a community different than other community. So we really appreciate what you have done for this city for many, many years. And I've been here since 1985. So I've been here a little bit sometime, but not in comparison with Mayor Tong, it's 1980. So I will introduce the first recipient, Jerry Liu. Let's roll the tape, right? Okay.
Jerry Liu believes in nurturing lifelong learners in every kind of setting, at home, in schools, and in public libraries. Sitting on the board of both the Cupertino Library Foundation and the city's Library Commission, he's been a driving force behind new educational projects delivered through the local library. Last summer, Jerry spent countless hours pitching and promoting the first ever hackathon for teens at the public library. He built consensus among board members, used his technical background to help develop parameters and goals for the project, welcomed 143 student participants, and served as one of the hackathon judges. Jerry's passion for education is also evidenced by his volunteer work at Lincoln Elementary School. He serves as secretary of the PTA and as president of Lincoln School Site Council, both duties requiring hours to be juggled around his family life and demanding a full-time job. In his volunteer roles, Jerry is uniquely positioned to forge partnerships between local schools and the library to better expand curiosity and create generations of lifelong learners.
Jerry, could you come up to the stage, please? And you need to stay in this box, okay? Sorry. Then I need to make some comments about you. I don't want to repeat what on the tape. There's a lot of things in common between me and Jerry. Both our children go to all my 3 children went to Lincoln Elementary School, and I serve on Lincoln PTA, which, if you know, PTA not many father. Okay, most of them were mother, right? So we are the few father, and then also serve on the school site council, Lincoln School Site Council. And what I learned here, I mean, Jerry is not on the tape. He also is the current job is HP manager for the lab for 7 years, and he graduated from Cornell University. He was so humble, never mentioned about his university name. Okay, and we also serve on the area for clean environment, working on the Lehigh to bring Lehigh into compliance with the law. So he helped a lot. Really appreciate it. And he's married with 2 children. I have 3, so I've got that extra one. Okay, all right. So you want to say a few words?
Oh, sure. All right. So thanks. It's a tremendous honor to be receiving this award. So just want to say thank you. So education has been a long passion of mine, and it's. I feel very fortunate to be in a community where that really recognizes the value of education. And so I just want to take a few moments to really thank the folks that I work with, because I think at the end of the day, this is really about a group of people coming together to have an impact. So the first, I want to give a shout out to the wonderful staff we have at the library just across the courtyard here. I think they've worked tirelessly to make Cupertino Library the most popular hangout in town. Yay. I also want to recognize the board members of the Cupertino Library Foundation and the city library commissioners for their advocacy and support for library programs. And also definitely want to thank all the various parent volunteers that I work with putting together programs for the kids. And then lastly, but most importantly, I want to recognize my wife, Jennifer, wonderful wife over there, and my daughters, Sarah and Liz, for their support and encouragement. So if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have with my crazy schedule, I wouldn't be able to get anything done. So thank you very much, honey. And thank you.
This is a CREST Award.
Oh.
Okay. And you get a lot of proclamation from this one from Santa Clara County Supervisor Joe Smithian. And this one is from me. And this one is from Congressman Mike Honda. Okay. And this one is from Senator Jim Bell. And this one from State Assembly Avondale. State generally have a bigger proclamation. All right. All right, I was a little bit nervous, so I forgot to introduce the guests. So, May Tang from Avondale's office. No, not May Tang. Monica Tang. Okay, stand up, please. Yeah. And Patrick, where's Patrick? Patrick left already? Monica? Okay. So that's the only one? Okay, that's the only one. Thank you. Next one, I need to introduce May Tong. I did not realize she worked for Cupertino School District before. And I was on Cupertino School District School Board for 8 years. So we have a little bit overlap. And that's the roll the tape, then I'll have a brief description. Okay, thank you.
May Tong might work the front desk at West Valley Community Services, but her presence is felt throughout the agency. During the past 2 years, she logged more than 460 hours. Much of that time was spent taking on challenging new tasks far and above the requirements of her usual duties. A true professional, competent, friendly, and customer-focused, May stepped up during a critical staffing shortage last year that threatened to block new homeless clients from essential services. The agency lacked a trained eligibility worker who could qualify new clients, so May simply offered to become that person. She quickly learned the intake process, the data entry program, and how to pre-screen clients. She put in extra hours to gain a thorough understanding of the program so that she could effectively serve grateful recipients. May also supports the case management team, recruits bilingual volunteers, and helps with the income tax assistance program. And when she's not being busy and indispensable at WVCS, you'll find her volunteering at the Senior Center, happily giving still more.
To National Park in Utah last fall. Yes. Travel from Arch to Xi'an. Yes. And then on the way, there's a big boulder, 100 to 200 tons drop in front of your car?
Oh, no.
Almost. Okay.
There was a landslide.
Landslide, okay, yeah. Last year I went to snowboard in Tahoe, and just 2 cars ahead of me, there's a big boulder coming down. Yeah, we almost got hit, just 2 cars. But the car did not get hit, you know. So the whole traffic was blocked for 6 hours, and we stuck in the snow for 6 hours. But it's worthwhile. It's better than got hit by the boulder, right? May and her husband May work for Cupertino School Board, retire, and then volunteer for West Valley Community Service, and also she also helped on the senior center for the birthday bash. Okay, not only set it up, the most important one is clean up. She will stay to clean up, which, if you know, most people come to the party and then when they're done, they're gone, right? But she stayed to help clean up. So thank you very much for your work. Here's the award.
Do you want to say something?
Oh, yeah, you want to say something? Oh. Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to thank West Valley as well as the Cupertino Senior Center for the opportunity to volunteer there. And I am very humbled for this nomination. And I want to thank my family for supporting me, too. Thank you.
That's CREST Award. And this one from Supervisor Joe Smithian. Okay. This one from State Senator Jim Bell. State Assembly Member Evan Lowe. Congressman Mike Honda. And this one from me.
Thank you.
And then, hold on. Her husband, Dan, you want to stand up? Yeah, don't be so shy. And her daughter, Monica, stand up, please. Anybody else?
My son.
Your son? Okay, oh, you tell them. I don't know who's your son. Okay.
Oh, Nick.
Nick, the son, Nick. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. So I'm done here. Next one is our Vice Mayor, Savita Vaidyanathan. I got it right. Thank you. I told people between Chinese and Indian, the most distinguished difference is the name. Chinese last name is really short, and Indian last name generally is really long. Okay.
Especially South India.
Right. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank
Sure.
you very much. Thank you, Mayor Barry Chang, with the short name. Welcome, everyone, to this wonderful event. It is my honor to be here for the second time, and every time I look at the audience, and I truly, truly admire your volunteer spirit. So thank you so much for whatever it is that you do. Roll tape for Monica and Cliff Chung.
If you're looking for a pair of superheroes, skip the movies and go to the Senior Center. That's where you'll find Cupertino's own dynamic duo, Cliff and Monica Chung. For years, this intrepid brother-sister team has taken on the tough challenge of guiding senior immigrants along the path to citizenship. Last year, using curriculum created by Monica, they helped to run 6 citizenship courses at the Senior Center. Over the years, their volunteer service has benefited more than 370 seniors studying to become U.S. citizens. Having gone through the naturalization process themselves, Cliff and Monica bring heartfelt encouragement and inspiration to students. They present basic reading, writing, and listening skills, as well as lessons in U.S. history. Classes are held twice a week, year-round. Relying on superpowered commitment, empathy, and experience, Cliff and Monica conquer language barriers and create a welcoming and friendly classroom environment. And such epic dedication leads to amazing results. Most students pass the daunting citizenship interview on their very first attempt.
Please come up to the stage, Cliff and Monica Chung. And while they are coming up, I'll read a few extra comments. Cliff and Monica are brother and sister, and they have been volunteering with the citizenship program at the Senior Center for over 12 years. They immigrated from Hong Kong several years ago, Cliff 20 years ago, and Monica about 10. At a citizenship course recently at the Senior Center, they helped coordinate students from 7 different countries. And they speak 5 different native languages, so that's absolutely amazing. And to improve their own language skills, the Chungs attend conversational English classes, which allows them to better assist students and for the other students to understand the different requirements of the citizenship exam. That truly goes beyond requirements. Outside the classroom, they also help immigrant seniors connect with the community and offer advice and companionship, often accompanying them to exams and to medical appointments. You truly walk the talk. Thank you so much for doing what you do. It is my honor to present you with the CREST Award. And where is Cliff? Okay. So this is just one?
Just one, and
Okay.
I'll give her the other one. My brother gets sick, sorry.
I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry, my brother is get sick.
Why don't you make your comments first? Please, your comments first.
Good evening. So sorry, my brother Cliff Chung will get sick. She gets fever. Is 102 degrees, so she cannot come here at the ceremony. Sorry. And here I just can say thank you very much because my English is limited, no good.
It is very good. You're helping those with English skills, and I truly, truly admire you for that, and your brother. I'm sorry? Yes, that would be great if Justin can help us with the awards. And these are all the proclamations that Mayor Chang mentioned, so I won't go through each and every one of them.
Thank you.
And these are all the proclamations.
Yeah.
And Justin, if you could take this. And I'd like to announce the name of the next recipient. My honor to introduce Pete Goodell. Please roll tape.
He absolutely made a lasting impact on us all that will stay with us throughout our lives, and we are incredibly indebted to him. With those words, a young Eagle Scout from Troop 479 paid homage to Pete Goodell, who served for 35 years as an energetic and dedicated Boy Scout troop master. Pete stepped down from that role about 18 months ago when his health began to falter, but eager to stay involved, he took on the job of Assistant Scout Master. Last year, he was an inspiring presence at the annual Scout-O-Rama in San Jose, helping his troops set up an elaborate game booth and keeping order at the day-long event that draws thousands of local scouts. Always a camping enthusiast, Pete at the age of 78 went on trips with the troop, patiently guiding youngsters in the art of setting up a camp, preparing meals, packing and cleaning up. He quietly serves as a valuable resource for the boys, always willing to help train them in the skills they need to assist in planning and supervising their activities. As Pete continues to give his all, hundreds of local scouts continue to see and remember him as an admirable role model and mentor.
Please come up, Pete. Pete graduated from Stanford with a major in Russian studies. He spent 15 years in the Army as an intelligence officer with a 3-year tour in Germany and a couple of tours in Vietnam. After the Army, he earned an MBA from Santa Clara University and had a career in accounting. Back in 1980, I think this is where the Scout connection happened, a local Boy Scout troop leader had to resign his position, and the troop was about to dissolve. Pete agreed to take on the role, and the role stayed with him for 35 years. During the course of his work with the Boy Scouts, Pete served in many different capacities and earned the highest leadership awards for this organization. He used his vacation time, very few people would do that, to attend rigorous campouts every year, personally transporting troop members on nearly every trip. Pete also volunteered for 40 years at the St. Jude's Episcopal Church, and this is very, very close to my heart. Pete is a member and a volunteer accountant for the Cupertino Rotary Club. I have to add, my year as president, he was the treasurer, CFO, accountant, all rolled into one. I slept at night because you had the charge of the books. So thank you so much, Pete, for all that you do for the Cupertino community. So I'd like to present the CREST Award to you, and then please make some comments. And these are all the proclamations. Okay.
Yeah, shortly before Christmas of 1979, a very good friend of mine at church who had 2 sons in the scout troop came to me and said, well, our scoutmaster is being transferred. Would you be interested in taking over? And I said, well, might try it for a little while, see what happens. You know how that goes. After 35 years, the hills were getting steeper and the wind was getting colder. It was time to turn the job over to someone a little more enthusiastic than I was at that time. But I would like to say I'm very grateful to all the wonderful people I got to know along the way and all the support the parents gave to me. As Scoutmaster, that's extremely important that the parents help out. So as far as Scouts go, I'm still going. Dumb enough to sign up for another week of Boy Scout summer camp at the end of June. So I expect to come back from that hale and hearty anyway. So.
Thank you to Pete and all the Boy Scouts, and there are many in the audience today. Thank you for coming here to support him. And it is now my honor to introduce Council Member Gilbert Huang.
Good evening. How everyone's doing tonight? Like the mayor and the vice mayor said, this is a really special evening to recognize the community. It's very seldom that the 5 of us and the city manager can be here, not at a council meeting arguing about important current events, but to be here to celebrate the community. As CREST stands for Cupertino Recognize the Extra Steps Taken. And the city manager was very kind that if you look in our pamphlet, since 1983, all of the awardees were listed here, and we want to take some extra time that if you have a chance, take a look and please recognize them as well, too. I'm also honored about 10 years ago that I also received a CREST Award, so I know how special it is tonight for all of you who's receiving an award tonight. My first awardee that I'm going to be introducing is Andy Huang, and can we roll the tape, please?
Dr. Andy Huang has a passion for public safety that extends to every corner of the community. If there's a city or county emergency preparedness or medical response group, he's there, logging some of the total 500 hours he spends as a volunteer. Cupertino's Block Leader Program, CERT, CARES, the Medical Reserve Corps? Check. Santa Clara County's Medical Volunteers for Disaster Response? Silicon Valley's Red Cross First Aid Medical Team? Check and double check. And by the way, Andy also chairs the city's Public Safety Commission. So strong is his commitment to keeping everyone safe, he translates preparedness and fire department public safety messages into Chinese and then distributes the information to Chinese media outlets. He also teaches emergency preparedness classes in both English and Chinese at schools and for the senior center. Last year, he helped to add nearly 8,500 city and county residents to the alert system network. And when the mayor and fire chief issued a challenge to find the AED, just guess who located, photographed, and mapped the most automated external defibrillators in the city and in the county.
Andy Huang. Just want to say a few words about Andy here. Andy has a foot in both the modern and the ancient world. He earned a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and a master's in digital computer engineering. He's licensed by the California Acupuncture Board and a successful entrepreneur with his own startup. Last year, he was instrumental in working with the Sheriff's Department to locate a missing high school student. He was incidental commander for the trained CREST, CARES, and MRC team, and he also organized and directed 200 spontaneous, untrained volunteers representing multiple cultural backgrounds. And when I first knew Andy, he did the earthquake preparedness and was just a super achiever with all kinds of different volunteers. Also, he's often invited to speak at both domestic and international conferences on subjects close to his heart on public safety, natural cancer treatment, and entrepreneurship. And he has lived in Cupertino in 15 years with his lovely wife and 2 children, who are also very active volunteers in his city event. As the tape said, that his heart is really in public safety, and he's always approaching me and the city council to find opportunities on how to get the community involved, just in case it may be an earthquake or the dam breaking or whatever it is, to just be prepared and to get to know your community members. So it is my honor to give this award. And before that, I would like to ask Commissioner Huang to say a few words, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be here, and actually I feel privileged to be a resident Cupertino, just like all of you. We are very fortunate to be living in one of the safest cities, not only in California, but all across the United States. But more importantly, we are surrounded by volunteers, like all of you here. Even though I'm one of the recipients tonight, but I feel it's very important to all of you to get recognized, because even though 10 of us are up here, we are really here because of the help, the assistance, and the dedication from all of you who are helping us every day, every night to make the city such a success. I want to thank former Mayor Wang, Mayor Chen, Vice Mayor, all the city councils, because actually we have 4 former mayors here. I want to thank all of your unwavering support of all the volunteering programs in the city, which span across all the citywide. And then this is the only way we can be successful, is because all of us, we all volunteer. Thank you very much.
I have experience, that's why. And then let me, without repeating everything from the federal, state, and local, your awards.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. So this next presentation will be a little bit different. The next awardee is Diane Piedmont. Diane Piedmont could not be here tonight with us, but would like to read something about her accomplishment during the past year. She was nominated by the West Valley Community Service, and there are people who love to get up here on stage, and there's people who are behind the scenes, and people won't believe me that I'm a very shy person, but this Ms. Piedmont at this time would like to say thank you, but she wasn't here, but I would like to say a few words to recognize her. In Diane Piedmont's word, the difference in the detail and the smallest detail can make the world a difference. A caring and dedicated volunteer for West Valley Community Service, Diane pays close attention to the individual needs for each client, using prodigious organizational skills and thoughtfulness to provide the extra touches that bring smiles that makes her life a little easier. She holds a special place in the heart of West Valley Community Service clients who are homeless or living in transitional housing, especially the children. Last year on holiday, and just for fun, Diane created a personalized gift bag for each child. She often comes to the office bringing beautiful new baby gifts, stuffed animals, and books for young clients. Diane's generosity extends to furniture for transitional housing and homeless clients, benefits greatly for her donations of soft new blankets, towels, socks, and underwear, basic needs that West Valley Community Service receives no funding. In addition to the materials contributed, Diane gives gifts of time, working for the food pantry and the clothes closet, taking stock of organizing supplies, as always, managing the details. These are just a few of the accomplishments that Diane has made, and she's really an unsung hero. And I'm really appreciative of West Valley Community Service of nominating her, and I believe that we have someone here to accept for her. Grace Davis. If Grace can step up for her, I would really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We wish Diane could be here tonight. She's someone in our agency where she doesn't just give her time, she gives her heart and her passion for our clients. Like you shared in her story, she doesn't think of them as clients, she thinks of them as individuals, and she likes to know the ages and the genders so she can give them individual gifts and make that she doesn't want them to feel like they're homeless. She wants them to feel like they deserve a Christmas, they deserve a Valentine's Day just like any other child. And it's so beautiful to see her interact with them in that way. So we appreciate this opportunity. Our agency runs almost entirely on volunteers, and we appreciate them so much, and we also appreciate the city providing this opportunity to thank our volunteers in this way. So thank you.
And also, as the mayor and the vice mayor said, these are certificates from the federal, state, and city.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. This is my 9th and final year on the City Council, so this will be my last year presenting the CREST Award, but I will always remember this moment as the CREST Award will always be in my heart because this is something that we recognize the community. At this time, I'd like to introduce my fellow colleague, Councilmember Ross Sinks.
Thank you, Gilbert. Well, the first person I have the honor of helping us all honor tonight is Clifford Lai. Let's roll the video.
For clients of West Valley Community Services, it's a stretch sometimes to make ends meet. Enter Clifford Lai, a retired investment professional and lead volunteer for the agency's financial coaching program. The role involves a year-long commitment in which coaches are paired with clients who need financial guidance. Clifford meets one-on-one with the client 7 or 8 times during a 12-month period. His job is to provide the tools and knowledge that will enable people to manage their financial futures. During the past year, he has helped at least a half-dozen participants increase their credit scores by 50-plus points. Along the way, they've learned to create and handle a budget, establish financial goals, and understand and manage their credit. In addition to this work, Clifford serves as the primary trainer for other volunteers, offering a 2-hour training course for new financial coaches. Dedicated and non-judgmental, Clifford is sensitive to clients' needs and situations. With vast knowledge and empathy, he empowers clients to make informed decisions and paves the way for them to take control of their finances, confidently and with hope.
Clifford, would you please join me on stage here? Clifford, where are you? You know, the work that you do is so relevant, and we live in a time and place where we have a lot of gentrification going on in the Valley. The City Council and I think most all elected officials have paid a lot of attention to the fact that rents are increasing, that housing has gotten so much more expensive, that a lot of seniors in our community are struggling to make ends meet. And so we really, really sincerely appreciate what you're doing to counsel and apply those skills. You and I share a scientific background that you once had, but thank goodness you got a broad education, and you've applied it for good not only in our community, but also helping the Dominican Sisters of Blaufelt in New York, that foundation which you continue to do, serving on that investment committee. Your wife is in the audience, Diane, married for 30 years. Would you like to stand up? And we know that you have 3 adult children who tonight are also very, very proud of you. So we honor your commitment and service, and we need more of your kind helping look after those folks that really need financial coaching to make it in this very challenging time and place. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you this, okay? And we can stop for a picture. Anybody's taking it? And I have all these for you too, but why don't you give us some remarks?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, City of Cupertino and also West Valley Community Center. And, you know, it's a great honor for me, and it's a great honor to have a lot of my family here to be able to partake in this too. You know, us as financial coaches, you're right, you know, in the shadows of, you know, one of the wealthiest companies, corporations in the world, Apple Computer, you have a lot of families and people kind of operating on the margin. And you really need to kind of pour your hearts out to them, because they're really the ones that are making the tough decisions. We as coaches have a simple task. We just tell them what the rules are with respect to credit, teach them how to manage their budgets, but they're the ones that have to make the tough decisions on, you know, what to do, what path to go down. So our hearts go out to them, and I know all of our coaches you know, share in that belief and compassion for the job. And I think that's a great thing for all the coaches that are also participating in the program. So once again, West Valley Community Center, you know, you're right across the street here. You guys serve a very necessary function for the community. It's amazing the things that you do. And, you know, we're just honored to be able to work with you and do what we can do to help you out. Thank you.
Thank you, Clifford. Congratulations. Well, our next recipient is John Muir Laws. That's a remarkable name. Let's see what John Muir Laws has been up to.
Like another man bearing the name of John Muir, talented illustrator and field guide John Muir Laws has a deep love and respect for nature. Known as Jack, this dedicated naturalist travels around the Bay Area offering free workshops on how to connect with the natural world through nature journaling. Once a month, Jack visits McClellan Ranch Preserve under the auspices of the Santa Clara Valley Audubon Society. Open to everyone, each 90-minute workshop highlights an area of journal keeping, such as sketching birds or observing scientific details that can be applied during monthly field trips. Jack invites everyone on those nature outings, which include drawing demonstrations, time outdoors, a potluck lunch, and time to draw and write. The trips are free, and Jack supplies boundless enthusiasm, encouragement, and experience on how to best discover, appreciate, and artistically document the surroundings. A caring and humble naturalist, educator, and artist, Jack is devoted to a lofty mission. That is to help people develop the tools they need to become effective and thoughtful stewards of the world around us.
John, would you join me on stage, please? Well, there's one thing that Pete Goodell and I share. We've both been Scoutmasters. I only did it for 5.5 years. Sir, I can't believe 35 years. But what I would say is so many of us are inspired by the profound experiences we've had in nature and the connection that our young people have to the natural environment, and all of us do, is fundamental to our appreciation of what it takes to sustain this planet and really developing the heart that leads us to move the right direction as we all consider what do we want to leave our children and our grandchildren in this world. So, sir, we honor your helping people connect with nature. Remarkable statistics here. You, in preparing the Laws Field Guide to the Sierra Nevada, backpacked for 6 years through the Sierra Nevada.
Scouting helped.
So you're a scout also, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Eagle Scout, maybe?
Eagle Scout 3 Poles.
Okay, yeah. So, well, another thing we share, and what I would tell you is, now more than ever, our kids, especially in Cupertino, they're very focused on academics, and all that's important, but I appreciate the fact that you are bringing people to nature. 2,710 original watercolor paintings in your guide, and your instruction to our residents once a month helps them also see the beauty in nature. And for all of these things, we honor you here in Cupertino tonight and are glad to recognize your accomplishments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
So if you would, please come tell us about things.
Sure. About those things. First of all, this is absolutely beautiful, what you're doing in your community to help motivate people to do more volunteering. Lots of all these people we've been seeing. I'm deeply inspired. Hearing what you've been doing makes me want to do more in my community, and it just has a cascade effect. Raise your hand if you feel like giving more just on seeing what these folks have been up to. Right? I mean, it's a ripple effect, and also having that sponsored and encouraged by the city in this way is absolutely beautiful. So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you folks for what you're doing. Thank you folks for what you did and what you're going to do next. I'm personally really grateful to Cindy and Janet Van Zoren, Lena Canzotti, and the whole Canzotti family for nominating me for this. I'm really, really delighted. I want to teach you how to draw in nature. I think it is the best way to train yourself to observe more deeply. So every month I will give you a free nature journaling how to draw class and lead you on a field trip somewhere in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. We have awesome potlucks. And it's a ton of fun. It's something that people of any income level can participate in. If you cannot afford materials, you let me know and I can help hook you up. But I hope that that will just give you one more motivation to get out and enjoy the beauty of nature in the San Francisco Bay Area. And also, I know that all of us are going to go away from this experience today thinking a little bit more deeply, a little bit more motivated to think of how can we give to other people right around us. So much that gets done like that doesn't get recognized. It's wonderful to see that happen. I really respect that. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you have a big name to live up to, but I would say that you're doing it, and our congratulations and sincere appreciation to both Clifford and John. And at this time, I would like to turn the podium over to my fellow council member, Darcy Paul, who will introduce our last two awardees for the evening. Darcy?
Good evening. Our next award recipient is Perry Farnum. Please roll the tape.
For the 15 years he spent doing good deeds for the Boy Scouts of Cupertino, Perry Farnum certainly deserves his own merit badge. Whether it's helping a 9-year-old build his first derby racing car or advising a teen about an Eagle Scout project, Perry continually demonstrates an extraordinary commitment to the youth of the city. Last year, he spent countless hours teaching young, inexperienced Cub Scouts about the basics and safety measures of woodworking, helping them construct race cars for the annual Pinewood Derby event. In 2015, he also served as a mentor for older Scouts, offering planning and building guidance for complex Eagle Scout projects. With great patience and dedication, Perry often gives up precious weekends to work alongside the Scouts on community activities. He offers a calm, capable, and understanding presence, leading by example and serving as an inspiration for all boys on the road to becoming men.
And here's Perry. Perry's being honored for his volunteer service to the Boy Scout and Cub Scout organizations in Cupertino. He and his wife are also proud parents of an Eagle Scout. Perry owns a home inspection service and is a licensed contractor and certified inspector with the California Real Estate Inspection Association. Perry's passion is woodworking and carpentry. Perhaps it's no surprise he lives on Carver Drive in Cupertino. The doors to his home and his workshop are always open to local Scouts looking for help with various building projects. Every year, Perry helps young Cub Scouts build race cars for the Pinewood Derby, a scouting event that began in 1953. Each car is made with 4 plastic wheels, 4 nails, and a wedge of pine wood, which sounds like a lot of fun, quite frankly. Each car, contestants all over the country design, carve, paint, weigh, and race these gravity-powered vehicles. This year's championships will be held June 25th in Times Square, New York. Will you be attending that? No? Well, very well. A lot of things to do in Cupertino. He has helped Boy Scouts in Troop 407 for more than 10 years in their recycling program to generate funds and save money for their troop operations. Perry, it is with great pleasure that we give you the Cupertino Recognizes Extra Steps Taken Award. Thanks so much for everything that you do. Thank you. Here's your award.
All right, look at that.
And if you would say a few words.
Sure.
Thanks.
Well, hello, and thank you, City of Cupertino, for the honor of receiving this award. I'm very humbled by some of the other recipients. I'm just a little guy in a little wood shop who tries to help out the youth in our community, and I'm very honored to be here today. I wanted to share. I thought it was important to share why some of us volunteer. Some people have kind of said some things, and I think everybody finds that something special. I wrote up a little thing to talk about, and I think I could probably summarize it. Everybody that wants to volunteer has to find that special way, that their way to do it. And I've heard such wonderful examples of ways to do that and to help the community. And I really respected what you just said a minute ago. We probably all could do more, and from this experience, we're inspired to do more. For myself, it really comes from my heart to do this with kids. It's just something that feels natural. And I thought today before coming why that is. And I look back in my life, and by the way, I went to Lincoln Elementary, so that was wonderful to see 40 years ago. But I look back in my life and I tried to figure out what motivated me to do that. And what I came up with was when I was about 10 years old, I was being raised with my brother by a single parent here in Cupertino and didn't have a lot of personal support. And just out of some miracle, one summer I was the lucky beneficiary of a Big Brother program. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it was a great program. And I had this young 22-year-old college student who volunteered to be my big brother for the summer of 1970 or something like that. And we made a little soapbox car, the wheels, and you climb inside and your friends push you around, and we worked on it the whole summer. And it was the most memorable summer of my whole youth. And when I had the opportunity, when my son became a Boy Scout, first a Cub Scout, to start supporting the troop and do what I know how to do, and that is help with craftsman stuff, it was a natural. And I just feel so honored and privileged to have that opportunity. The Scouting has been very supportive and helpful, helped me to help their young kids. And I feel very, very privileged and very humbled. So thank you so much. I do want to reach out and thank a couple of the people in the troop. I don't remember the names of the Cub Scouts so many years ago, but the Boy Scouts who I've worked with for the last 10 years, Larry Grace, the troop leader, and a number of his other senior staff people, Daniel Lee, Mr. Lufer, Ms. Hilly, and of course all the parents who I've gotten to know over the years doing the different projects, the Eagle projects. It's just been really a beautiful family experience with all the Scouts in the community. So that's why I do it, and thank you so much.
Our next and final award recipient for 2016 is West Valley Presbyterian Church. Please roll the tape.
Collaboration can go a long way in creating a better world. And for a decade, West Valley Presbyterian Church has been an active player on Team WVCS. The partnership between the Cupertino Church and West Valley Community Services was particularly effective last year during the agency's annual holiday shopping spree program. As usual, the church graciously donated space for families to shop for gifts. The need in 2015, though, was greater than usual, and the program went through expansion changes. Church volunteers willingly ramped up their efforts to accommodate the increased flow of visitors, making room for and cheerfully offering hospitality to more than 200 families. 1 month earlier, many of these same West Valley Presbyterian Church members provided well-stocked Thanksgiving baskets, delivering them to the homes of WVCS clients. Beyond supporting the holiday projects, church volunteers have taken part in the Faith in Action rotating shelter program since it began, generously supplying meals for the homeless men who stay there. WVCS and WVPC. It's a winning combination for the whole community.
Well, congratulations to WVPC. Would a representative of the organization please come up to accept their award, or representatives rather? Congratulations. As they're coming up, a few remarks. WVPC has a very strong community outreach program, as you heard, and along with WVCS, they also support other local nonprofits, including City Team Ministries, Adults Towards Independent Living, Faith in Action, Silicon Valley Rotating Shelter, as was mentioned, and The Refuge, which is a meal project for the homeless. Among other collaborations with WVCS, the church is also a partner in programs for children, such as an after-school homework club and a summer houseboat trip for young clients. One of the most beloved community events at the church is the annual Teddy Bear Fair. Last year, 700 people attended, and 125 volunteers provided games, crafts, and music. You can adopt a used teddy bear here, or bring a worn-out, damaged one to a teddy bear clinic for some TLC. Members of the church also support WVCS by donating bags of food to the agency's food pantry and helping to clean the pantry throughout the year. And finally, during the annual holiday shopping spree, volunteers set up a special area for children where they help the little ones choose gifts for their parents in a mini shopping spree. So it is with great pleasure and honor that I present this award to West Valley Presbyterian Church, and I thank you for everything that you do for our community. So, do you care to introduce yourselves and say a few words?
Well, it's an honor to be here. I'm Kim Engelman. I'm the pastor at West Valley Pres. This is Bob Harrison, assistant pastor. It's a joy and a privilege to receive this, but it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the people of West Valley. It's been really a team effort, and I'd like all of the people here from West Valley Presbyterian Church to please stand, and I'd like you to honor them because they're the ones that deserve this. And Jason and Bonnie in the back, we see you. Matthew, thank you for being here tonight. About 7 years ago or so, we were thinking about how to reach out to the community in an effective way, and we had the idea of canceling our worship services on Sunday in the sanctuary, and we thought to ourselves, can we really do that? And we decided to do that quarterly, not every Sunday, but quarterly. And instead of going into the sanctuary to worship, that we would worship God through our actions and show God's love to folks in a tangible way. To tell you the truth, we've received more than we have given, and it's been a joy to be a part of the Cupertino community and to meet so many wonderful people, such as yourselves. I know that Bob wanted to say a few words too.
I remember being a part of the steering committee that put together what we call service worship that meets we do it on the fifth Sunday of each month. So there are 4 months in the year that have a fifth Sunday. As we sat together, we wanted to do something for the community, and we didn't know exactly what to do for the community. And so, having been a member of Cupertino Rotary since 1995, I knew that there was great joy and a way to find projects to reach out to the community. So we called Cupertino Senior Center and talked with a social worker and asked the social worker, do you have a family that needs our help, but maybe seniors who are shut in and can't take care of their lawn? And they said, yes, we know just the person or the family to do it. So we found this family, and they had a lot of work to be done, and we wondered, where are we going to put all this stuff when we pull it out? So we called John Zarelli with Recology, and Recology donated a huge bin that I didn't believe we could fill, but we did it. And another project that first time around was doing gardening in the library area. There's an inner court there that has plants in it, and we did gardening there. And that just began to multiply. And for all these years now, we've been doing these projects with great joy back to the community. And thank you very much for honoring us.
Thank you.
So thanks so much for all of our volunteers this evening. I also wanted to thank our staff member, Lisa Miletus-Massey, the lovely lady you see presenting all the awards to us. And with all these volunteer hours, you really begin to realize that, the strength of a community is much like the strength of anything else. It's what you put into it with your passion and your willingness to do things, not because someone's paying you or urging you to, or because, there's some kind of untoward or other motivations, but because, you really have a feeling for what you're doing. So thank you so much for everything that you do. What you do comprises our community and makes us better and stronger. I'd like to reintroduce Mayor Barry Chang to close out tonight's ceremony, and thank you very much.
We're just here taking the podium. Actually, the actual work is from the city manager, David Brand, and Lisa. And some of you don't know, one time last year ended before the Christmas, I came into the office and I saw quite a few people still working there during the holiday season. So we have a very good staff that help us. This city is doing well. But this year we have some challenge, so stay tuned. In Chinese, challenge means good opportunity. So if we can take this opportunity, we can move the city to a much better place. And so think about what you would like to see for the city. For example, we are doing the citywide master plan for the park. The Memorial Park has 2 water ponds there, which is kind of no water in there now because of drought. So what we can put it in. So give us your input, and then we can make this city much, much nicer place. And again, thank you very much for your work. Volunteer work is not easy, and we really appreciate it. Thank you. Good night.